In life, we often face moments when others show us disrespect. In such times, negative emotions can easily arise, prompting us to react immediately. But is that the best way to handle it? Imagine yourself as a king, composed and serene, standing firm amidst the storm while maintaining inner peace. This is entirely possible if we learn from the valuable lessons of Marcus Aurelius, one of Rome's greatest emperors, and a profound Stoic philosopher. Marcus Aurelius, through his writings and meditations, has left us not only deep philosophical insights, but also practical guidance on living a fulfilled and noble life. He showed us how to handle disrespect with a strong heart and a calm soul. Stoic philosophy not only helps us face difficulties, but also teaches us how to transform challenges into opportunities for growth and self-improvement. In this video, we will explore 10 methods to handle disrespect gracefully and effectively, just as Marcus Aurelius did. These methods will not only help you maintain the poise of a king, but also bring peace and confidence in every situation. Let's embark on a journey to discover and apply the profound philosophies of Stoicism to turn challenges into inner strength and live a meaningful and liberated life. Join me on this journey by leaving a comment. I am ready for this journey and turn life's challenges into opportunities for growth and development. Maintaining calmness is the foundation of Stoic philosophy, the key to handling disrespect with grace and wisdom. When faced with disrespect, our initial reaction is often anger or hurt. However, as Marcus Aurelius once wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By staying calm, we maintain control, and do not let others' negative actions affect our inner peace. A famous story about Marcus Aurelius illustrates his calm demeanor in the face of disrespect. When a young soldier insulted him rudely, instead of getting angry, Marcus calmly replied, "If that soldier knew who I am, he would not have spoken that way." This simple but profound response demonstrated Marcus's calmness and self-confidence. He understood that his value was not determined by others' insulting words. Have you ever wondered what happens when we react angrily to disrespect? Anger only escalates conflict and robs us of our inner tranquility. Staying calm does not mean accepting injustice or weakness. It is a manifestation of inner strength and confidence. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "Anger, like a blazing fire, will blind you and burn your reason." By staying calm, we not only protect ourselves from negative emotions, but also create opportunities to think clearly and make wiser decisions. This is not easy and requires practice. Try asking yourself, how can I remain calm in this situation? What truly matters to me? As Marcus Aurelius wrote, ask yourself at every moment, what am I so afraid of? Why do I shrink from this? Will it really be so bad? Nothing can harm you. Stoic philosophy teaches us that calmness is a skill that can be learned and developed. When we remain calm, we not only become stronger, but also live a more peaceful and meaningful life. So what will you do to stay calm when faced with disrespect? Let Stoic philosophy guide you. Number 2, reflect on yourself. Have you ever wondered why you feel offended and react strongly to disrespectful words? In the journey of dealing with disrespect, one of the important methods emphasized by Stoic philosophy is self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius believed that only when we understand ourselves can we control our reactions to difficult and unjust situations. Self-reflection is not just about looking back at our past actions and thoughts, but also an opportunity to confront our own weaknesses and limitations. When we recognize our power in controlling our minds, we can truly be strong in the face of life's storms. Let's look at a specific example from Marcus Aurelius' life. He once faced disrespect from a close friend, Herodes Atticus. Herodes, a teacher and friend of Marcus, became dissatisfied and publicly criticized Marcus for his political decisions. Instead of reacting angrily or retaliating, Marcus chose to reflect and consider why a friend would behave this way. He questioned what he had done to lead to this situation, and whether there was something he could learn from it. Marcus wrote in Meditations, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth which never harmed anyone." The harm is to persist in one's own self-deception and ignorance. In this way, he not only maintained his calmness, but also improved the relationship and learned from the feedback, even if it was negative. In Stoic philosophy, self-reflection is a powerful tool for dealing with disrespect and other challenges. It brings inner peace and helps us build a life worth living, free from unnecessary negative emotions and worries. Take time each day to look back at yourself, understand who you are, and live a meaningful and noble life like Marcus Aurelius did. Next, let's move on to secret number 3. But before that, I have a question for you. Have you ever reacted instantly in a tense situation and then regretted your actions? The method of pausing against the urge to react is one of the valuable skills that Stoic philosophy offers us. The great philosopher Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This reminds us of the importance of listening and reflecting before reacting. Number 3, pause. Resist the impulse to react. The great philosopher Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listening and reflecting before reacting can change your life. In situations where we feel offended or disrespected, strong emotions often arise, urging us to act immediately. However, these moments are opportunities for us to practice pausing, to control ourselves and respond more calmly and wisely. Imagine you are in a meeting and a colleague suddenly criticizes your idea disrespectfully. Feelings of offense and anger easily overwhelm you in that moment. Instead of responding immediately, try to pause. Take a deep breath and give yourself a few seconds to think. Ask yourself, will my immediate reaction help? What can I learn from this criticism? Pausing before reacting not only helps us avoid impulsive actions, but also opens up opportunities to better understand ourselves and others. Stoic philosophy reminds us that true strength lies not in controlling others, but in controlling ourselves. Practice pausing, listening, and reflecting before reacting. This will not only make you calmer and wiser, but also build a meaningful and harmonious life, just as the Stoic philosophers did. Join the conversation in our comments section. How can your reactions bring more positive outcomes? Let us know the ways you manage your emotions better. We look forward to hearing your stories. Have you ever wondered why some people can easily empathize and understand others? Stoic philosophy, with its profound and practical lessons, encourages us to practice empathy to live harmoniously and build better relationships. Epictetus once said, "We are not disturbed by things, but by the views we take of them." To truly understand others, we need to see from their perspective. Empathy is not just about recognizing others' emotions, but also the ability to feel and share those emotions. When we practice empathy, we not only create deep connections, but also bring comfort and support to those around us. Marcus Aurelius in Meditations wrote, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize?" This question reminds us of the importance of understanding and empathy before judging others. A specific example of practicing empathy can be seen in the life of Marcus Aurelius. When he faced opposition and criticism from officials and generals, instead of responding with anger, he chose to listen and understand the underlying reasons for their dissatisfaction. He not only understood their concerns and fears, but also used empathy to find peaceful solutions. Marcus wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This quote reminds us of the value of living a life full of kindness and empathy. Practicing empathy not only helps us build strong and lasting relationships, but also brings peace to our souls. Ask yourself, how can I better understand and support others? What can I do to become more empathetic in tense situations? These questions will guide you toward personal growth and deeper understanding. Stoic philosophy teaches us that empathy is a great strength, helping us face challenges and create a meaningful life full of compassion. Take time each day to listen and understand others so that we can build a world of peace and love, just as the Stoic philosophers did. Every act of empathy is a step towards self-improvement and creating a life worth living. In Stoic philosophy, the virtues of wisdom and courage are considered the firm foundation that helps us face all of life's challenges. So, have you ever wondered what makes a person truly strong and wise? This question invites us to discuss secret number 5, focusing on the virtues of wisdom and courage. 5. Concentrate on the virtue of wisdom and courage. Wisdom is not only understanding and knowledge, but also the ability to perceive problems clearly and fairly. When we focus on this virtue, we learn to think deeply, not being swayed by fleeting emotions. This is particularly important when facing disrespect or difficulties. Instead of reacting angrily, we can reflect, assess the situation comprehensively, and make wise decisions. Courage, on the other hand, is the steadfastness and strength in action, even when faced with great obstacles. Epictetus said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." Courage helps us persevere and overcome challenges with bravery and determination. Let's take a real-life example from the current times. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many leaders around the world had to make extremely difficult decisions. For instance, Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, demonstrated both wisdom and courage when implementing strict measures to control the pandemic. Instead of fearing or avoiding the situation, she used scientific knowledge and determination to protect the people. Her decision to implement a nationwide lockdown, despite facing much opposition and difficulties, showcased her wisdom and bravery. As a result, New Zealand managed to control the pandemic better than many other countries. This accurately reflects Marcus Aurelius' saying, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." It was the combination of wisdom and courage that helped her overcome this great challenge. To focus on the virtues of wisdom and courage, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I face the challenge wisely and steadfastly? These questions not only help you develop wisdom, but also train your courage daily. Stoic philosophy teaches us that to live a worthy life, we must always focus on developing wisdom and courage. These virtues not only help us face difficulties, but also bring peace and strength to our souls. Take time each day to reflect, learn, and persevere so that you can live a life full of meaning and value, just like Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers did. Let wisdom and courage guide you, and you will discover the true strength within yourself. We want to extend our gratitude and congratulations to you for making it halfway through today's video. Your presence here shows that you are fully ready for this journey. Now, shift your attention to the remaining 5 principles of pausing thought in the process of self-improvement. Number 6, embrace acceptance. Imagine you have just lost a job that you really love. The feeling of disappointment and sadness overwhelms your mind. But instead of letting those negative emotions control you, you can choose to accept the current situation and see it as an opportunity to seek new things. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Acceptance not only helps you view the problem positively, but also opens up new directions that you may have never thought of. Have you ever wondered why some people remain calm and strong even when facing seemingly insurmountable difficulties? It is due to their ability to accept. Acceptance is not surrender or passivity, but a deep understanding of the unchangeable, thereby freeing oneself from unnecessary emotional burdens. A vivid example of the power of acceptance is the story of Nick Vujicic, the inspiring speaker born without arms and legs. Instead of letting his disability dim his will to live, Nick accepted his circumstances and turned it into a motivation to inspire millions. He said, and again, "If you fail, are you going to try again?" The human spirit can handle much worse than we realize. It matters how you are going to finish. Are you going to finish strong? Acceptance not only helped Nick overcome his own limitations, but also became a symbol of resilience and hope. Remember, acceptance is an act of strength, not weakness. It helps us live a life free from unnecessary worries and focus on what really matters. So are you ready to practice acceptance to live a meaningful and peaceful life? If you are ready, leave a comment saying, "Practice acceptance," to show your determination to change. Remember, in every challenge there is an opportunity for those who know how to seize it. In my exploration of the deep wisdom of Stoicism, I was very impressed by this quote from Emperor Marcus Aurelius. "Events themselves cannot hurt us, only our perception of them can." This quote leads us to a core practice of Stoicism, which is also the 7th key to becoming extraordinarily intelligent. Number 7, use humor. Or simply smile, never take it seriously. Humor is a powerful weapon that helps us transform difficulties into lighter experiences. It not only helps reduce stress, but also soothes potential conflicts. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Do not seek to have events happen as you want them to, but instead want them to happen as they do. And your life will go well." When we accept reality with an optimistic and humorous attitude, we will find life much lighter and more enjoyable. Imagine you're in an important meeting and someone gives unfair criticism about your work. The natural reaction might be anger or disappointment, but instead of letting emotions control you, you can smile and make a humorous comment to ease the situation. For example, "Well, it looks like I need to work even harder to win everyone's trust." A smile or a light joke can diffuse tension and even turn a critic into an ally. Epictetus, another renowned Stoic philosopher, also said, "He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at." Humor is not only a tool for coping with difficulties, but also an expression of confidence and wisdom. Ask yourself, how can I use humor to deal with stressful situations in daily life? How can a smile change my attitude and that of others? In summary, using humor, or simply smiling in the face of disrespect, not only helps us maintain our calm, but also creates a more positive atmosphere. By applying this philosophy to daily life, we can become stronger and wiser, just as the Stoic philosophers taught. Try smiling more often, and you'll see the difference in how you face life. We're curious. When was the last time you used humor to solve a difficult situation? What was the outcome? Did you notice a change in your attitude and that of others? Please share your story and insights in the comments. Number 8. Set clear boundaries. Clear boundaries help us define what is acceptable and unacceptable in daily relationships and interactions. When someone disrespects us, setting clear boundaries is a way to protect ourselves and send the message that such behavior is unacceptable. This not only helps us avoid being hurt, but also creates a mutually respectful environment. Imagine you have a friend who frequently asks for your help unfairly, making you feel exhausted and taken advantage of. Instead of continuing to endure it, establish clear boundaries by honestly and firmly communicating your limits. I'm happy to help, but I also need time for myself and my work. Let's find a more reasonable solution. This not only protects you, but also fosters mutual respect in the relationship. Ask yourself, are there relationships or situations in my life where I need to set clearer boundaries? How can I establish and maintain these limits effectively? These questions will help you identify and reinforce your boundaries, leading to a freer and more peaceful life. Indeed, setting clear boundaries is an essential part of Stoic philosophy to protect peace and self-respect. By defining and maintaining these boundaries, we can create a more harmonious and balanced life. Remember, you have the right to control what happens in your personal space, and no one can intrude if you do not allow it. By practicing this principle, you will see a significant difference in how you handle daily challenges and maintain self-control in every situation. Do not seek revenge. The person who has harmed you has already harmed themselves. Marcus Aurelius advised us, in Stoic philosophy, forgiveness is not only an act of kindness, but also a way to free oneself from the burden of resentment and hatred. Forgiveness helps us regain peace and balance in our hearts, leading to a more meaningful and serene life. Number 9. Choose forgiveness. Forgiveness is not always easy, but it is a powerful act that brings great benefits to both the forgiver and the forgiven. When we choose to forgive, we not only free others from the mistakes they have made, but also release ourselves from the negative emotions that imprison us. A real-life example is the story of Nelson Mandela, who endured 27 years of imprisonment for fighting against apartheid. When freed, Mandela chose to forgive his oppressors. He said, "As I walked out the door toward the gate, that would lead to my freedom. I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison." Mandela's forgiveness not only brought freedom to himself, but also led to reconciliation and peace for the entire nation. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, also said, "Forgiveness is the restoration of the soul, the way we heal wounds from the past." Forgiveness helps us eliminate resentment and hatred, emotions that can harm our soul and health. Forgiveness is also a way for us to recognize and accept human imperfections. No one is perfect, and everyone makes mistakes at times. When we forgive, we not only help others feel forgiven, but also free ourselves from negative emotions. By forgiving, we open a new path for harmony and personal growth. In summary, forgiveness is a noble and powerful act that helps us overcome pain and live a peaceful life. Take time each day to reflect and practice forgiveness so that you can live a life filled with love and inner freedom, just as the Stoic philosophers did. Forgiveness is not just a choice, but the path to true fulfillment and happiness. Join the conversation in our comments section. How can you learn to forgive to free yourself from the burden of hatred? How can forgiveness improve the quality of your life and those around you? We look forward to hearing your story. 10. Change your perspective. Changing perspectives is not a denial of reality, but a way to choose how we view and respond to situations. When we change our perspective, we can turn obstacles into opportunities, challenges into lessons, and failures into stepping stones for success. Marcus Aurelius, in his book Meditations, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles do not hinder us. They are the path leading us to growth and progress. Imagine you encounter a failed work project. Instead of seeing it as a complete failure, try changing your perspective and view it as an opportunity to learn and improve. You might ask yourself, What did I learn from this experience? How can I apply these lessons to succeed in the future? Changing perspectives helps us find positive value in each situation, turning every obstacle into an opportunity for development. A real-life example is the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, before becoming famous. She faced numerous difficulties and rejections from publishers. Instead of giving up, she changed her perspective and saw each rejection as a chance to perfect her work. She once said, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." By changing her perspective, she overcame adversity and achieved tremendous success. By changing perspectives, we can turn negative situations into valuable lessons. When treated disrespectfully, try to see the issue from the other person's viewpoint. Maybe they did not intend to hurt you, or perhaps they are dealing with issues you are unaware of. Changing perspectives not only helps you reduce stress, but also helps you maintain good relationships with others. Indeed, changing perspectives is an essential method to handle disrespect and other challenges in life. By applying this philosophy. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give a like, and share this video with anyone you believe would benefit from these lessons. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.